Evcol. Soul Food by Christopher Walthorne.
I've been thinking about food.
Any food in particular?
Eggs.
Oh, what about them?
Well, I've been thinking what they are.
Like eggs in general, or a specific type of egg?
Well, mostly chicken.
Oh, okay.
Potentially duck, but mostly chicken.
How come?
Well, we ate them.
Yes, delicious.
I know, but really, isn't that like eating a baby?
No, not at all.
But it's got the potential to be a baby, you know. An egg.
They're unfertilized. They wouldn't have sold them if they were fertilized.
But how do you know?
I just do. I believed them.
So when there's that little dark spot in the yolk, you don't think that that's a...
No, it's a blood clot. Just a blood clot.
That's not a baby.
It's a period. A chicken period.
Oh.
It's harmless food, not murder.
Oh, well, I just worry about these things, you know. If I ever ate anything with a soul.
Pretty sure the soul's gone by the time you eat it.
Well, true, but some food's got more soul than others.
You think?
Yeah, well, if you care for it. Take a steak. A really good prime ribeye steak. Cooked to perfection. Then take a burger. Not a nice burger, one of those fast food ones, a thin patty ground down to nothing. You taste both of them and tell me which one is nicer.
The steak, obviously.
Well, 'cause you can taste the life in it. Well, the life it had, anyway, the remnants. You ever eat anything with a soul that you could taste?
Stuffed lamb hearts.
Oh, serious?
Got them from the butcher's. A treat on the weekend.
Oh, were you posh?
Oh, we just lived in the country. They do things differently there.
Well, how do you even cook something like that?
That was the fun part. You had to cut out the ventricles. Is that the right word?
What, like the tubes?
Yes. You had to cut out the tubes. Too chewy. Don't cook well.
God, that must have been grim.
It was fascinating. Made me feel like a middle-aged surgeon.
Well, what's age got to do with it?
Oh, as in the Middle Ages.
Oh, right.
Gazing down on this butchered heart, trying to discover its secret. What made it tick?
Did you ever find out?
Not really. Tasty, though.
Of course it was. Heart's the home of the soul.
Isn't that the brain?
Maybe. Yeah, I never was good at science. Suppose we're food, too, for worms. Do you think worms can taste?
Probably not like ours. I suppose if you were eaten by a lion or a shark, they'd taste something.
But what if you're cremated? Fire can't taste.
Oh, cremation's just overcooking. They turn those ovens up way too high. I was cremated.
Same. Well, at least I think so. I hope they didn't just chuck me in the recycling.
Oh, they wouldn't do that.
You don't know my family.
So, What do you think happened to our souls?
Well, we're here, ain't we?
I mean back there. If we're just ashes, what happens then?
Well, don't make much difference if you're buried or cremated. Same thing happens to the soul. It just disappears. Little by little.
After those who knew us disappeared too.
Way before that, way before that.
But they remember us?
They remember the part they lived with. But that ain't everything.
So, what's your solution? Cannibalism?
Well, it's worth a shot.
You think by digesting us they get to know us better?
Well, not really, but at least they get to keep us, well, a part of us anyway, inside.
Wouldn't stay for long, though.
No?
Think it through.
Oh.
Yes.
It may not be a foolproof theory.
Maybe not.
I just think these things.
Not much else to do.
Do you think it was worth it?
Life?
Eating.
Would have died without it.
No, I mean eating things with souls. Creatures. Do you think their thoughts are out here too? Floating about? Memories just lingering. Was it worth it to do that to them?
Never gave it much thought.
Same. But I do now.
Because there's nothing else to do. I miss it.
Eating?
Life.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I rethink a lot of things. All the things I did. It's funny. They say it's the things you don't do that you regret. But they only say that because they're alive.
Yeah. Now I'm here. I wish I hadn't done half the things I did.
Guess that's normal then.
But at least you had fun, while it lasted. I know I did. You had fun, right?
Sometimes.
Oh.
You know what you were saying? About food having a soul?
Yeah.
I actually think that life itself is kind of like a meal. A banquet of 1,000 courses. Most of them tiny plates, little appetizers. A few of them big, substantial belly fillers, ones that nourish you. While you're eating it, it's fun enough or distracting enough, but when it's finished, do you really remember it? The tastes, the sensations? Or was it just sustenance, just fuel to keep you going? And when you look back on it, you can't remember how any of it really tasted. You just have an impression of what you liked or didn't like, what you'd try again, what you'd leave. But the taste isn't there. You can't recreate it. And maybe it's better that way, to have enjoyed it in the moment than to constantly regurgitate it round your mouth till it turns sour and sickly. Maybe it's better to just leave it. Maybe that's what we need to do.
Do you think that's why we're here?
We can't stay like this, just thoughts, looking back. We've paid our bill, and there are plenty of other tables waiting.
But what if I want seconds?
You can, but I'm full up.
I might stick around, see what's on offer. Never know, might taste even better next time round. Better selection, more variety, you know? Well, perhaps I'll save you something. If you change your mind, you sure I can't tempt you? It's no fun eating alone.
This was an Evcol Entertainment Clockwork Digital Studios original production, a part of the On Another Wavelength audio anthology series. featuring the voice talents of Samantha Boffin and Maggie Turner. Written by Christopher Walthorne. Directed and produced by Simon James Collier. Series created and co-produced by Adam Dechanel. Soundscape design, Zachary Elliott-Hatton.